Hey, it's Dana. Welcome to another video. This one's gonna be short, sweet, but awesome, I hope. And yeah, ignore my windblown hair. I just went for a bike ride, but I thought I would get this painting done for a friend. And I have my lovely tape here from a different painting. I didn't feel like moving it. So I'm a bit of a mess, but it's gonna be worth it because it's going to look like this, only using purple instead of green, as requested by my friend, which I think will look awesome because purple's my favorite color. I call this painting "Nature is my caffeine," which is so true, but it also just came up because this looks like coffee rings from like coffee table rings from setting down your cup. And I thought it was cute and people seem to really like it, although there's no orders on it yet. So hit me up on Etsy. You can find this painting there. You can order it in any color you would like. Green, obviously, very naturey, but also you could go with a theme for a room or something like that. Any color you want. I will try my best to make it for you. And so hit me up on my Etsy shop, Prairie Alpine Art Co. And now let's get started painting this one in purple. Okay, first things first, I'm going to be using a new paint palette. This one is always very full and I always reuse it, but I don't have a big enough purple spot. And so I have a clean slate, literally. Where I'm going to be mixing some purple, so you can get a lesson on how I mix some colors. There is cat hair in here. Get that out first. Okay, so I'm going to start with some ultramarine blue. I'm going to make a dollop in there, and obviously I'm going to mix it with red. I'm using this darker red, crimson, because I just like the purple that it produces. But if you want a more bright purple, you can obviously use those brighter colors, up to you. I'm gonna try to do about even of each to start, but we will see how that looks and go from there because you just never know. I'm going to add a bit of water. I like to use a squirt bottle because if I dump water, I usually end up dumping too much and then you have to add more pigment. It's just the whole thing. And so I add this till it's as good as I want it. Oh, it's still on ultra squirt mode from when Rupert's on the table. Then I mix it with my brush, pulling the colors together that way. Okay, so I can already tell I might have used a bit more red than I wanted. It's a very pretty maroon color. I love it a lot, but I want more plum purpley instead of maroon. Oh, but this color is fantastic. If any of you know me, you know that this color is the bee's knees to me. I have so many articles of clothing in this color. I mean, this one's close, but like, no, like exactly this. I have an accent wall in my bedroom painted this color. I have sheets that are this color. So yes, my bed just blends right into the wall. I just haven't fixed that yet. That's okay. My backpack is this color. I have a toque this color. I have a jacket this color. I have pants this color. Someone buy me shoes this color because then I can have the whole ensemble. It'll be great. Oh, I bought Rupert a leash that's kind of in this color. Although it's a bit more plummy. This is gorgeous. Oh, I want to keep it. But I need this big space for the lid to fit in so I can make the ring effect. Ugh. Okay, so a bit more blue. There we go. And this is very rich right now. We're gonna need to add more water for sure so that way the lid fits in it, as well as it's a bit too saturated. Just a tiny bit though, don't want to go overboard. in watering it down, so I might have to add more pigment once I add more water to make it the right balance. Oy, back and forth, back and forth. I find when it's all in one dollop on the plastic, it just looks way darker than what it actually is, so you can pull it to see more of what the actual color is. So I use a fridge magnet so that way I can pick it up. So I'm going to be using a pickle jar lid, not sponsored. Sponsor me. And because I find like it has it's not a perfect circle, so then it just helps with that rustic effect, or that watery, imperfect effect, if I could talk. Well, there's no time like the present, so this is still too small though. Well, sometimes I dip it in by moving it around like this. Then it's flying colors everywhere. Why is it splattering so much? Okay. Oh my gosh. I know exactly why I took physics 30, okay? But I'm just still. Okay. Ah! Big old drip. Oh, I'm a hot mess. Okay. I bet you I was supposed to do this lower too. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. Okay, so then I'm like just pressing it down a bit. It's not very thick. So I turn it. Every time you lift up, it might splatter, just a warning. If you didn't take physics 30, that's fine. But let me tell you. Ugh. Okay. And then now I might just like pull it a little bit because it's not as thick as it was last time. There we go. So that's cute. That's a big splatter. Gosh darn it. Okay, well, we're just gonna pull it around a little bit. There we go. Yeah. It's meant to be imperfect. It's a coffee ring on a coffee table type effect. It's fine, it's fine. I'm making a mess on my new paint palette. And maybe I'll just move the paint around while it's in there. Okay. Next one, I'm gonna try to line up so it takes a bit. Oh, it's not gonna. Well, it's definitely higher than lower. Hopefully it still looks kind of centered, because otherwise that's gonna bug me. Now, if you're a perfectionist like I am, but better, and you want it to be perfect like I do, but I'm just too lazy, you could measure and find the middle. I don't feel like doing that. It's 9:30 and I work tomorrow. Ooh, that splattered a lot too. Okay, that one looks good, but the gaps over there are a bit big, so I'm just gonna turn my, whoa! Yikers, this thing needs to calm down. All right, well, it has some weird, like, it's almost like it's spun. Didn't do that last time. But whatevs, we're here now, it's fine. Now, you're going to take your brush. I like to use one that's slightly pointed. It's kind of a round tip. This one's my favorite brush. I will use it for everything if I can. And we're just going to make some trees by drawing a line from the bottom up. Oop. And I think I have too much in my brush. Okay. I'm going to make this one tall all the way up. I'm going to pull some of that color. And then what I do is I go back and forth. Sometimes I lift up a little bit. Sometimes I don't touch. And I just swing back and forth. And that's how I make my trees that look like this. Man, nature really is my caffeine. Like, honestly, when I go in nature, I feel way more refreshed than like sleep or caffeine or anything will ever do for me. So that's fun about this painting. Just relates in so many ways. Okay, so now you can do this while your trees are still wet because it doesn't matter. But we can load up our brush with some water. I don't want it like dripping wet. That's when we get a huge drip like that one did from this lid. But okay, I'm gonna try it with just a little bit. And then I hold my brush like this and then just lightly tap. And the way you hold your brush will affect where the dots go. So like if it's here, they will kind of fling back down like that because that's the direction it's going. Okay, so it'll kind of make a pattern that way. So if you always hold it horizontally, it will, this is not horizontal. So if you always hold it vertically like this, the dots or the splatters will have like that sort of pattern. So I like to mix up. I go diagonal, horizontal, vertical, like around and around. So I mean, sometimes I can nail it and not have to do that, but I just always notice it looks a bit too patterny if I hold it the same way the whole time. There we go. Don't go overboard. I always want to because it's so fun, but if you want smaller splatters that are not as prominent, then empty your brush a little bit, and then sometimes you have to hit a bit harder, but see, now I'm creating some smaller ones. If you want big dollops, load your brush up with water or with paint, but I mean it's watercolor, so it's water paint. There we go. So now there's smaller, lighter dots because I emptied my brush, and I like that for contrast, just for texture, something different. There we go. Don't go overboard. So now that's drying. I can sign it, but before we go, what did the ocean say to the pirate? Nothing. It just waved. All right, and there you have it. There is the purple version of my green Nature is my Caffeine painting. The only painting where I've come up with an actually good name. Hope you enjoyed watching this quick little video on how to do my Nature is my Caffeine painting. Remember that if you would like to paint it, try to change something up a little bit about it so that way it's uniquely yours, because this one is uniquely mine. I hope you had fun painting it, and if you have any suggestions for what you want me to paint next, leave it in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and share it with your friends. Also, please check out these paintings in my Etsy shop. No one's ordered them yet, but I heard from people that they really liked it, so I'm like, oh, awesome, if you really liked it, you should go order it. And yeah, it was lots of fun to make, so I'm totally down making more, and I enjoy mixing colors, so please suggest a color: blue, orange, yellow, chartreuse, and I will try to paint it in that color for you so I can match your room or whatever you want to match. Yeah, hope you enjoyed this video. See you next time.